Receiving a home from a loved one is often a mix of emotion and practicalities, and sometimes that inheritance comes with an existing mortgage. It can feel like a big puzzle to solve, but understanding your options can bring peace of mind. When you inherit a home with a mortgage, you generally have a few key paths forward. You can assume the mortgage, pay it off, sell the home, or transfer the title. The most important first step is always to communicate proactively with the mortgage lender to understand the specific details of the existing loan. The good news is that federal law, specifically the Garn-St Germain Depository Institutions Act of 1982, offers significant protection for heirs. This act generally prevents a lender from calling the loan due immediately just because ownership of the home has been transferred to a qualifying heir. This means that if you meet certain criteria, you can typically step into the deceased person's shoes and continue making the mortgage payments under the original terms, rather than being forced to refinance or sell the home immediately. This critical protection helps you avoid the due on sale clause, which would otherwise allow the lender to demand full repayment upon transfer of ownership. To navigate this process smoothly, first, notify the mortgage lender promptly about the homeowner's passing. Next, gather all necessary documents, which will likely include the death certificate, the will or trust documents, and letters of administration or letters testamentary, if probate is involved. Then, carefully evaluate your financial situation and the home's value to decide the best option. You might choose to assume the loan and keep the home, pay off the mortgage if funds are available, sell the property to use the proceeds, or work with the lender to transfer the title while continuing the payments. Each path has financial and legal implications, so thoughtful consideration is key. One valuable detail to keep in mind is the property's stepped-up basis for tax purposes. This means that the inherited home is revalued to its market price at the time of the original owner's death, rather than its original purchase price. This can significantly reduce capital gains taxes if you decide to sell the home later. Additionally, be aware that reverse mortgages have different rules. With a reverse mortgage, the loan balance usually becomes due and payable when the last borrower passes away or moves out, which typically gives heirs a limited time frame, often 6 months to a year, to repay the loan or sell the property. Ultimately, managing an inherited mortgage is about empowering yourself with knowledge and making informed decisions. By understanding the legal protections in place, communicating effectively with the lender, and exploring your options, you can choose the best course of action for your financial well-being and honor your loved one's legacy without unnecessary stress.